Imagine stepping into a shadow, and the darkness pushes back. What if every brushstroke revealed something unsettling? Violence, mercy, desire, and redemption, all wrapped in blinding light and endless darkness. This is Caravaggio, an artist whose paintings still feel alive, dangerous, and brutally honest. 4 centuries later, Caravaggio, born Michelangelo Merisi in 1571, reshaped the Baroque world with raw realism, violent contrasts of light and shadow, and a refusal to idealize anything. He painted real people, real emotions, real darkness. Today, his masterpieces hang across the world, each one a window into a brilliant and troubled mind whose influence changed Western art forever. Hit like if you love art history and subscribe for more cinematic deep dives into the world's greatest masterpieces. Let's dive into the top 10 masterpieces of Caravaggio. Number 10. The Beheading of St. John the Baptist. Inside the oratory of St. John's Co-Cathedral in Malta, this monumental canvas confronts viewers with an eerie, suspended silence. The execution has just taken place. The blood pools beneath the saint, and Caravaggio signs his name inside it, the only time he ever signed a work. The scale alone is overwhelming, but it's the stillness, the muted palette, and the chilling realism that make the scene feel almost cinematic. Standing before it, you don't just observe the moment, you feel trapped inside it. Number 9. Supper at Emmaus. In the National Gallery in London, this scene bursts with revelation. The resurrected Christ sits at a modest table as 2 disciples react with explosive surprise. Arms flinging outward, chairs tipping, fruit threatening to spill off the edge. The hyper-real textures, the theatrical lighting, and the sudden shock frozen in time make the moment feel vibrantly alive. It is a miracle rendered as an everyday encounter, which is exactly why it feels so human. Number 8. The 7 Works of Mercy. Still hanging in its original home at Pio Monte della Misericordia in Naples, this complex composition weaves 7 acts of compassion into a single bustling night scene. Beggars, prisoners, pilgrims, corpses, and even an angel inhabit one tightly packed moment, illuminated by a shaft of divine light. The painting feels like a living street corner, chaotic, gritty, and full of humanity, reflecting Naples itself. It's both a moral lesson and a vivid snapshot of everyday mercy. Number 7. David with the Head of Goliath. Displayed in the Galleria Borghese in Rome, this haunting work carries an emotional depth far beyond its biblical subject. David holds Goliath's severed head, but his expression is not triumphant. It is compassionate, even sorrowful. The eerie twist lies in the face of the giant, which many scholars believe is Caravaggio's own. In that interpretation, the painting becomes a confession, a young hero staring at the darkness of his creator. The intimacy and vulnerability make it one of the most unforgettable pieces in the Borghese collection. Number 6. The Calling of Saint Matthew. Inside the dimly lit Contarelli Chapel, this masterpiece reveals itself slowly, as if the light in the painting is illuminating the chapel itself. Christ enters a Roman tavern and singles out Matthew, a tax collector, with a quiet gesture. A beam of light slices through the darkness, freezing the moment of spiritual awakening. The gritty realism of the setting, the shocked reactions, and the dramatic contrast make it feel like a divine event unfolding in the middle of everyday life. Number 5. The Conversion of St. Paul. In Santa Maria del Popolo, this painting grips viewers with its raw physicality. Paul lies on his back beneath his startled horse, blinded by a blinding burst of divine light. Caravaggio strips away the landscape and focuses entirely on the moment of transformation: the man, the animal, the light, and the shock. The tight composition pulls you so close that the scene feels almost tactile, as if the light could spill out into the chapel and strike you too. Number 4. The Taking of Christ. Housed in the National Gallery of Ireland in Dublin, this dramatic depiction of the betrayal of Christ surrounds viewers with tension. Soldiers in polished armor surge forward as Judas delivers his infamous kiss. A lantern, held by a man believed to be Caravaggio himself, casts a stark glow across the figures. Lost for centuries and rediscovered only in 1990, this painting now stands among the gallery's most prized treasures, radiating an immediacy that feels shockingly modern. Number 3. Death of the Virgin. In the Louvre, this controversial and deeply human portrayal of Mary's death commands a solemn presence. Caravaggio rejected idealization and instead painted Mary with the physical weight and stillness of a real corpse. Her swollen feet, the grieving figures, and the dark, heavy curtain create a sense of overwhelming sorrow. Rejected by the church that commissioned it, the painting now stands in Paris as one of the most emotionally honest works of the Baroque era. Number 2. The Entombment of Christ. Inside the Vatican museums, this towering composition draws viewers into the weight and grief of Christ's burial. The diagonal arrangement of figures, the straining muscles, and the stark spotlighting create one of the most powerful narratives Caravaggio ever crafted. Christ's body seems to descend toward the viewer, making the boundary between painting and reality feel razor thin. In person, its emotional force is almost overwhelming. Number 1. Crucifixion of Saint Peter. In Santa Maria del Popolo in Rome, this powerful scene captures the exact moment Saint Peter is lifted onto the inverted cross. 3 laborers strain under the weight of the cross, their muscles tense and illuminated by Caravaggio's unmistakable dramatic lighting. Peter, old and weary yet unwavering in faith, looks outward with quiet resolve rather than fear. The stripped-down composition, no background, no distractions, forces your attention on the raw mechanics of martyrdom. The ropes, the dirt, the straining bodies, and the stark beam of light create a sense of immediacy that feels almost physical. Seen in its original chapel, the painting's realism and intensity make it one of Caravaggio's most unforgettable and spiritually charged masterpieces. Across Malta, Rome, Naples, Paris, Dublin, London, and the Vatican, Caravaggio's masterpieces reveal a world where divine stories collide with human emotion. His use of light and shadow reshaped Western art, and his influence continues to shine centuries after his turbulent life ended. Which of these Caravaggio masterpieces would you love to see in person? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more art deep dives. New countdowns, new masterpieces every week, only here on Art Top 10. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.